Another day of collecting. I'm up above the road and above some power lines. It's really rocky in here, which is nice, and I'm noticing there's some spruce up here, which is nice, and some nice firs, and there's even some pine. These look like a lodgepole. So, you know, and it's pretty rocky. There's even some cedar here too, so should be pretty good. Here's a white pine, really nice. So I'm gonna see if there's a little pocket. See if there's a little pocket in here where I can collect a couple trees, and I'll give you a video. So I'm really looking at, there's a couple spruce here. Like this one's really quite small, but it's got a nice, if you can see that trunk, and it really moves a lot. And there's a couple spruce there, maybe one little one there. I'm kind of trying to poke around in this area, see if there's something that I might be able to get out. So here's the spruce. Now, just with wiggling it a little bit, you won't be able to see it, but we'll see. You can see, maybe you can't see, all these roots coming up. Anyways, I'm gonna collect this one, and it's so vigorous, so I should be able to do a lot with it. I'm super excited, just got back. Just wanted to show you what I kind of got. I'll show you again when I have them in the pots, but this is a nice spruce. Look at how fine these needles are. I'm just loving that. Here's a fir. Maybe I'll turn this into a cascade. We'll see. This one was on the side of the road, like literally right at the side, so it's just covered in dirt. And you can see it had been topped at some point here. Super vigorous. And then a hemlock. So spruce collecting, man, this was probably one of my favorite actual collects. And look at this. I mean, you can just see the weight of the snow has brought all the branches down, and I'm not sure what angle I was hoping to kind of capture this at, but you can see the base here. Now, when I got all of this was under the earth, so it looked like kind of more of a clump style. And I pulled it out, and there's this big, thick trunk. So it comes up, but it's really got this alpine feel to it. I haven't really picked a front, and you know what, I will at some point bring the trees down and pick branches to take off. I haven't cleared off hardly anything. You can see there's a lot of really thin, scraggly branches under there that I will clean out. But you know, right now I just need it to survive. I need it to pump roots into the container. But I'm just so happy with the look of this tree. You know, and it's got little, you see that little pine cones it's produced. Such a beautiful, beautiful tree. Okay, another spruce. Wow, this thing is a monster. So vigorous, unbelievably vigorous. You can see it, and the buds are just swelling, ready to come out. Let's see if I can get under here, show you the size of that. So it's quite big. You know, this one's gonna need a lot of work. See if we can get under there. This one's gonna need a lot of work. Sense for size there. So it's really big. Again, really nice. Like the branches are just weighed down by the snow. It's got that natural feel of an older tree because it's just been weighed down. And it's good. And like I said, it's gonna need tons of trimming. But I'm gonna wait to let it root, use all of this photosynthesis just to pump roots. I'm really happy with this one. I mean, both these spruce are just amazing. But look at the angle of these branches, just come straight down from the weight of the snow. And the vigor in this tree is just amazing. Can't wait next year to style it up and see if I can come up with a really nice sort of alpine spruce design. The final spruce of the collect. This one just was much smaller, had a really nice sort of movement, natural movement in it. This one was actually right beside the road and was covered in dust. I would have been shocked if it even survived again. It just got hammered by the plow and the road, and it was just, I mean, you can even see the needles there. I mean, you probably can't, but maybe compared to the other ones, it's got this dull green on it, probably from a lack of photosynthesis. But yeah, I got it in one of these homemade containers that I made, and I just really like the movement of this tree. Now it's very typical. Hopefully I'll move back a bit. It's sort of a very typical sort of S shape. a little long, and you know, it's not ideal, but I really liked had a really kind of old, like thick trunk for the size of the tree, and it's really starting to show vigor. I don't know if you can see those buds, but there we go. They're just really starting to swell and come out. So again, really happy with this collect. One of my favorite collects. I just love these spruce. The small needles just lend themselves so well to the bonsai design. Now, one thing to think about is as you're collecting them, got all this it's like a spruce rash, and you know, you learn that from the tree planters. It's a thing, right? And so you know, my hands are all sort of like tingly, and my arms are all tingly, and these little dots came up, and so you know, I had no idea, but it went away at the end of the day. But it was just one of those things that was like, whoa, this tree is a hardy tree. It you know, it's got a defense system. The needles are spiky, you know, to prevent animals from eating it, but then of course it must have some sort of toxin in there that creates this sort of rash. So you know, it's one of these trees that's, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's evolved to have weaponry, and it's got these sort of defense mechanisms. So yeah, kind of a neat feature of spruce. But yeah, wow, really happy. I'll give you a side view of this too. You know, the planting angle I'm not entirely sure of yet, but so here's one of the trees I collected. Now you can see it was curved up like off a bank, and then coming out and off. And I don't, for some reason I thought, oh, this will make with the curve. I say, oh, this will make a great cascade, because I don't love the ones that kind of come out of the pot and then this way. But then I sort of put it in the pot when I got home and realized every single branch is upside down. So I'm gonna have to actually wire this up and turn it up. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time. Now normally I wouldn't wire when I first collected, but because the leaves are down, they're just gonna get fried. So I'm gonna actually wire this up. I'll probably try for a sort of Japanese cascade, maybe try to get some pads and some triangles and stuff. But we'll see what I do, and I'll give you a video when I'm done. So here's the fir. Like I said before, I had gathered it on the edge of a cliff, and it was actually coming up. For some reason I planted it down. I thought, oh, I want this like cascade style plant. Then all of the branches were face down, so I've actually wired all of these branches up, flip them around so that they can face the sun and don't die. You can see there's maybe one or two that, and sort of pulled it in to sort of give it. Now of course it's not how I would want the design. I was mostly just trying to get all those branches around so that they don't get sunburned. Now of course you wouldn't want, you know, I mean, what will it be like for a tree that this was facing up, you know, way up, and now it's facing down? How will it respond to this being totally flipped upside down and all the branches flipped over? So we'll see how the sort of water channel and the you know, if I can get energy. Now the buds are swelling, which is really nice, so they should be coming out soon. And you know, I actually did pulled this in. I actually tried to attach it here together to pull it back this way, and pulled it in a little more so it had a little more of a downward angle and then out. And that was my first guy wire actually done by myself. And when you watch some of the guys do it, you know, Ryan Neal and Bjorn, or any of the demos, and they make it look so easy. And often they've got two people, but they pick the right spots. And man, I found it extremely hard. You know, just picking the right spot, trying to get it there, then twisting the wire while I was squeezing it. It was just much harder than it looks when they do on the videos. It really gave me respect for how much time they have done using these guy wires to really make structural bends. But overall, I'm really happy with this tree. It's like I said, it's you know, it's gonna be an interesting one. It's I mean, I really hope it can survive this kind of strain that I'm putting on it after the collect.